It's friends. It's just friends, and it's generations. It's the grandfather, then the father comes, and then he brings his grandson. I think the key is everybody feels like a big family.
Welcome back to the channel, and we got a treat for you. We're going to create a series around destinations in Southern California to ride to. And right now we are at one of the most infamous places you can find. It's the rock store in our backyard. Where are we at? What are we doing? What's going to happen?
Well, we're going to meet Rich. He's going to tell us the history of this great place. It's one of the world famous places for cars and motorcycles to come and hang out on the weekends or whenever. But we're going to learn about it. We're going to share it with you.
Yeah, it's been in the family for a long time, and I can't wait to hear Rich's story. So let's go meet Rich.
I've personally been here since I was a teenager. My brother and I used to actually pump gas in those pumps out front there when it was 37 and 39 cents a gallon. My name's Rich Savco. Myself and my wife are presently the owners of the rock store here. We basically inherited the store about 2 years ago tomorrow. Unfortunately, my mom passed on at the age of 92 and a half, and my parents started it in 1961. People come to the rock store, it's because of the friendship. Everybody likes the motorcycle community and those sorts of things, but it's friends. It's just friends, and it's generations. It's the grandfather, then the father comes, and then he brings his grandson. Like, you know, they all take pictures in front of the same steps that were been there all these years, you know. When you see that, you got to feel good about it. You're doing something right. Years ago, you probably wouldn't see kids and dogs and people sitting out on the patio enjoying the weather and the life. Today, any given Saturday, Sunday, you'll see, you know, generations at a biker bar. I especially try very hard to keep that family feeling so everybody feels welcome as part of the rock store family. My dad's always said you become popular one customer at a time. So you treat that person right, and then they tell their friends, or they bring their friends in. Next thing you know, you have a great, successful business, and that's what we try to do here. You know, like I said before, it was only Harley Davidsons were allowed to park in the parking lot. So in 1991, my dad and Sonny Barger up on the steps there, and my dad told Sonny Barger, he said, "Look, can't take you guys fighting every weekend, moving bikes." He says, "Got to do something." He said, "Well, what do you want me to do?" And my dad says, Pretty easy, Sonny. He says, "Look, I want everybody to respect the place too. I want all motorcyclists, doesn't matter what you ride, welcomed at the rock store." So with that being said, they made the sports guys and the Harley guys sign a truce. On this, we must agree. And they mixed them all in there, and it's been neutral ever since that day and time. You know, basically what had happened is back in the 50s and 60s, up the street was a place called Seminole Hot Springs. And Seminole Hot Springs had a sulfur type hot springs, and they also had like restaurants up there, cabins, all sorts of activities up there. As the legend goes, FDR, who was the president at the time in the 50s and 60s, he had polio, and he would tell the general public, look, if you want to cure or prevent polio, you need to soak in a sulfur type hot springs. Well, that being said, that brought all the traffic up here every Sunday to go to the hot springs. And when they drove by the rock store, Steve McQueen used to have an old Indian motorcycle, and he would lean it against a big oak tree out there. And when the people would drive by, they would go, what's going on here? Why is this guy riding a motorcycle in the middle of nowhere? And then they started finding, you know, the Latigo Canyons and Encinal and all the other great canyon roads around here. And it became word of mouth, you know, since that point on. And here we are today, and 60-something years later, you know, we have like hundreds and hundreds of motorcyclists and car enthusiasts coming here, mostly on Saturdays and Sundays. I've personally been here since I was a teenager. When my dad bought the store in '61, You know, I was like 16, 17, and my sister was maybe 18. So my mom would run the general store. She would sell the beer to the customers, the cigarettes, and that sort of thing. So her, you know, she spent, you know, many, many, many hours behind that desk, you know, at the counter there in the store, either ironing or helping kids with homework or whatever it was for the local community. And then my sister used to sell sandwiches out of a little closet in the store there. It says Sandy's Sandwich Shop in 1961. And then my brother and I pumped the gas out, you know, I had full service gas station out front there. When it was 37 cents a gallon. Then I was drafted in the military in 1968. And I spent 22 years in the Air Force, and then I spent another 23 years in the Army following that. So, you know, I took a leave of absence here for about 45 years, you know, except for, you know, just visiting and that sort of thing. But I've been very fortunate to be here, you know, my entire life and seen it all change over the years. I think the key is everybody feels like a big family. Our menu consists of breakfast and lunch. We also, during the summer months when it's nice, we have a nice patio out there, and we'll do barbecue, tri-tip, pulled pork sandwiches. It's just beer, wine only, no hard liquor, homemade coffee, nothing too fancy or gourmet or anything like that. You know, so it's still a lot of old school atmosphere. A lot of great people, a lot of celebrities still show up. We've just been very blessed over the years. And once again, I think it's all about friendship and respect, you know, and you put those two things together and you're normally going to have a winning formula. The snake's been closed since the Woolsey fire, which happened in November of 2018. Basically, once the fire went through this area, it just devastated just about everything around here. What had happened is in January the following year of 2019, we had these torrential rains come through the area. It just washed one of the lanes out up there, but it's in a real critical turn area, and there's a huge boulder that, you know, sits above it. So they can't, you know, take the boulder, move the boulder, so they have to go from the basin and work their way back up. It's been a long process. It's still been closed, you know, like 4 years. Definitely has an effect on the business here because we don't catch any of the beach traffic. You come up Canaan, you can cut down Mulholland, and you can't do that anymore. In closing, I'd just like to say, you know, we welcome every customer that comes to the Rock Store. Every one of them means something to my wife and I and our families. And we want each and everybody to come to the Rock Store, experience, and then, you know, you make the decision from that point on. But I think you'll be pleasantly surprised on what you see here, and hopefully everybody will be coming back for years and years to come, and we'll probably be serving the same menu, and but who knows, you know, we'll just have to wait and see. We'll see you all down the road. Be safe.
Well, Rich, we'd like to thank you for the time today. You showed us the store, you've talked to us about history. We really appreciate you taking the time.
I almost feel like we went to school today. I learned a lot, and I'm really happy I did, because now I know what this place is and the value of coming here.
Well, thanks for coming. We really appreciate it. Yeah. Now you know the secrets, right? To all your friends.
Yeah, we will.
For sure.
All right, you guys be safe. Have a good journeys, and you're welcome back anytime. You know.
Thank you.
Come on back.
We're going to venture up to the top of the Snake,
yeah,
because I know that may open here soon and help you out. And then we're going to take Mulholland back to the shop and show some spectacular riding that you're going to see in Southern California.
Great. Let's do this. Boom. Sure is amazing to be walking up the Snake where bikes used to be, thousands of bikes hanging out over there.
Well, we used to ride it.
I know.
Actually, this was Teresa's first ride with me on the back of my Road King.
Really?
She wanted to go out, so I decided I'm gonna bring her to the Snake, and I'll just take it slow. We'll have a beer at the rock store. Pretty cool. Thanks, Rich, for allowing us to do that.
That was great.
But yeah, I mean, this thing has been closed for 4 years, and I had thought that it was really the residents didn't want bikes going through.
Right, right.
But it sounds like there is some road damage after the 𝗘𝘁𝗃 fire. Their big rainstorm hit, and some of the roads sloughed off. So they're supposedly fixing it. Carlos, the biker we just met,
He said what? Not June?
he said 4 months.
4 months, it maybe will be open, but this place was like, guys would hang out. There was an opening right there that people would park. There'd be wheelies, there'd be burnouts, there'd be races, and everyone filming. It was like a Mecca.
Yeah, down around the bend here, there's an infamous corner where lots of guys come out of it and they're wrecking. And there's one where this guy's on a white, I think it's a street light or something, and he just lays the bag down and he comes running off the thing. It's pretty funny.
Iconic road just off Mulholland Highway, and you can get to it from the top or the bottom. What do you think the favorite way to go? Is it?
Yeah, so off of Canaan to Mulholland, or down at the below, it's the Creek Road
Right.
into it, or you can take Mulholland all the way
Right.
over to Topanga or what have you. But yeah, what a cool spot. We're going to be here for a few minutes, check things out, and then we're going to get back on Canaan. We're going to go back up through Cornell and take Mulholland all the way over to Topanga.
Yeah, and we'll show people how that is, but there's little roads like this all through and off of Mulholland Highway for a long stretch in California.
And over the next few months, we're going to take them on some of those, right?
Well,
Decker Canyon, Encinal, there's so many.
Let's check out Mulholland.
Let's go. Hey Lance, you got your ears on? What's going on back there?
I got my ears on. I'm just enjoying this morning out here. The sun's out and we're rolling around Mulholland Highway, one of the icon highways in California.
Yeah, we came off Sierra Creek Road, Triumpho Road, headed down to, went past the old place. We got to come back and do something on that with Morgan, the owner there. It would be pretty cool, but great place to eat, very iconic. And this stretches all across from the sea all the way into the valley. I mean, we'll get some history going on this thing, but what a great run.
Yeah, I mean, this is the Mecca of motorcycle riding. This highway, every single weekend, you're gonna find hundreds of bikes, whether it's Harleys, Triumphs, bicycles, whatever.
Yeah, and around a couple of these corners is a guy that shoots photos, so you can get your photo taken, go by him, raise a hand up, scream, yell, whatever it is, every Sunday. So yeah, we'll work our way over to Topanga Canyon, then we'll go grab some lunch. But we're going to take people on some rides over the next few months on all these different canyons that we have here in Southern California.
Yeah, and Mulholland has a lot of fingers that are really awesome riding as well.
Sure does. Triumpho, Decker. We should take them down that single track off of Topanga there, up in the high zone, old road Topanga, and then jump up on top.
Oh yeah, that's a really cool road. It almost gives you that, hey, I'm in 𝗘𝘅𝗃𝗃 again.
Yeah, well cool, let's work our way over.
All right. Section of Mulholland right here. We're approaching Topanga Canyon. It continues on, and you know, it's actually dirt for a while.
This is the world famous Topanga Canyon, and we call it here south of the boulevard. Boulevard meaning Ventura Boulevard, also known in songs.
Yeah, in Mulholland, it continues on straight ahead through all that bush area and up along the ridge.
Yep, we've been up there. We'll have to bring people back and check out some of these roads out here.
Yes. All right.
All right, let's get back to the shop. Well, let's go eat first, and then we'll get back to the shop and have a good day.
Excellent. See you down the road. Well, we hope you enjoyed today. It was awesome. We learned a lot. We had fun. It was great seeing some of the snake, and it was great being on Mulholland Highway.
Well, a quick shout out to Rich as well. It was awesome to hear the history and the story of the rock store. Iconic place. We've got so many great roads out here in Southern California. We've done the Dragon, we've done Mulholland Highway, we've done some really incredible riding throughout the country, but we're going to show people some of the back roads that we have here in Southern California. That's not going to be the first. We were running along Mulholland. You saw that a little bit of carving there, but we got tons of canyons out here.
Well, we've been riding these roads for years, and we want to share them with you now, and it's in our backyard. And today's journey was a place that people from around the world come to see this, the rock store.
Sure, iconic.
Yeah.
And, you know, celebrities, people around the world, bicyclists. I mean, it's just got a whole complete good feeling when you're sitting there. And he really brought out kind of the friendship and the community there. Talked about that a lot. So, hey, go check it out.
There's a lot of history there. Go check it out.
They should also, what, subscribe?
Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Tell your friends to do the same. We love you guys.
See you down the road.